How to beat the system. For the last 2 or 3 days, I've been channeling insights about what is happening. So many people are being triggered. So many people are outraged, and the injustice and the fear and the worry and everything that's coming together. How can we beat this system? Well, the system is stopping us becoming part of the oneness. The system is trying to diversify, split us all up, make us not in contact. When we're in contact with others, we're actually able to release our traumas, our emotions, our energy that is not flowing in the body. There is a major conflict going off in the body. Not with just all the foods and the drinks and everything, but part of our life is to release these blocks and lessons and programming. We have to experience life. We have to let go of that which is stopping us from flowing. So if you take away that opportunity, what are you left with? You're left with a build of negativity. You're left with your senses start to close and your chakras start to close, and then it's got no way of getting out. The energy from the body is struggling. Why? Because we have no avenue. We have no avenue to let go now. Less people are in nature. Less people are doing what they love. Less people are enjoying life. Even through work, people were able to release these emotional build-up. And what is it causing? It's causing people to go into this fear, angry situation. Where does anger come from? It's a build-up of fear and stress and worry in the body, that the body just explodes like anxiety and panic attacks. We are stopping ourselves as well, because we're feeding into this negativity. We don't like to be controlled. It's triggering these people that hate being controlled and don't feel in control, so they try and take back control. It's all causing this. So how do we beat the system? There's only one way to beat the system, and they've shown me this way. And I'm going to create stuff to help people. The secret is that you have got inside of you a battle going on. Yeah? You have a battle going on. It's part of your experience, your learning, your programming. And so to be able to release that, you have to go within. You have to link to this neutral energy that's part of everything. But we struggle to link with this neutral energy because it reflects what we're feeding it. And because our bodies and our minds and everything is so caught up in this fear and anxiety and negativity, that's what we're feeding. We're feeding this inner energy that's part of everything, negativity. So then it expands. And then we're vibrating this lack all the time, and what's being reflected to us from the outside world? This negativity. So we're being consumed, and that's why we're all going into sort of overload with the negativity. What we need to do is, which the isolation in some ways has created, you have to find your inner peace. You have to find within you the ability to connect to the universe and to be one with yourself. And when you can do that, you then take down the blocks. You take down that which is there for a reason. You only have blocks in the body because as we came from heaven purely connected, our thoughts created our reality, and so instantly we were having things happen. But because we were a state of pure energy, then what we were attracting wasn't negative, because we were of pure energy. Then we put programming into our body because we weren't flowing freely after the age of 7. Because we needed to experience, to understand who we are, to play our part. And so this critical infusion inside of us needs to be addressed. And so then, because the limitations is on the outside. If you're vibrating all the time negative thoughts and ideas which is being triggered by the outside world, by yourself, then all you're feeding your inner self is this negativity. And so when we learn to understand the inner self, we can then allow the outer self to reflect our inner self. So many people look on the outside and they look to solve their problems and, attract love and search for this. But it's the inner side that we need to be. The enlightenment is that everything is relative to the journey. So everything is needed. And so good and bad, everything. And until you understand that, you're always recreating your problems, your fears, your traumas of your past. And the body at the moment, because the senses are going and the chakras are going, it struggled to deal with this negativity. It struggled to let go of all this stuff. And so then that's why we're so triggered and so insecurities. And we're going into flight and fight mode. We're going to warrior mode. We have we haven't got the patience or the understanding or to look outside the box. We're so attached in the energies that it's just too much for us. And so we're not able to look outside the box. We're not able to see the big picture. And so what I'm going to create is trying to get yourself connected to the automatic flow, the enlightenment, the automatic flow that's connected to the universe, and that will free us up. It's a way to become oneness without needing anybody around you. If you can learn to tap into and release these energies of your traumas and your programming and your lessons and everything like that, then you are in a state of oneness, and then that becomes the cure. You're part of everything without even going outside your door. And so this is so important. And this is the only way that we're going to be able to change everything. You think a guru goes into the mountains. He goes into the mountains to find himself, to find the connection that's part of everything. But he needs the outside world to share in that experience to be able to let go of the blocks that's stopping him from being the connected one or the enlightened soul. But the blocks aren't a bad thing, because it's, for example, if your thoughts, if what you thought about could materialize, for example, but you were living in a space of negativity, your thoughts are then being thrown back at you with more thoughts, more negativity. That's why after the age of 7, we are less connected to the heavens. In heaven, whatever you think about is created. There's no blockage. You haven't got the body to block it. So the blocks in the body are not a bad thing. They're stopping you from, because a lot of us are so much in this negative world that we would just be ordering chaos, with this conflict. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach people to deal with the conflict within, deal with the past life traumas, not attach to the blocks. The blocks can be still there, but there's ways to release or bypass the blocks and keep the flow of the body. And that's what I'm going to teach you. Teach you to learn to let go of your conflict within yourself. You're going to say to me, well, why have we got a conflict? Because it makes us play our part. We're on this earth to play a part, to reflect to others, to learn from others, to let go of our own pain, our traumas. But people are getting caught up in their own pain, that they're in warrior mode all the time. I mean, even people that I classified as really relaxed and peaceful people are turning into monsters in front of me, so triggered. And then just common sense is gone. They're not able to look outside the box. They're just so, they think everybody's attacking them. Everybody's demons. Everybody's, you didn't do this thing. That's it. Right. I'm going to kill you for that. And I'm like, what? What? You don't like the thing I said? And all of a sudden that means then you're going to attack me and kill me and do horrible things to me. Why? Because you're in that defensive mode. You're in that warrior mode. That warrior mode has no emotions. The emotions is giving us the empathy to understand. When that's taken away through the senses, you struggle. You have no empathy. So you go into warrior mode. You go into there's no peace or mind thinking in that way. You're just going to automatically attack. So the conflict, learning to deal with the conflict within you will bring you peace. It will give you then will be able to flow through the neutral energy that's in your body, that's part of everything. I've been practicing this last few days and it's amazing. I still get odd moments where people are taking me out of that, but I'm starting to learn why they're taking me out of that. Because when you put love into the body, when you become part of everything, you suddenly want to release in you your programmings, your fears, your stresses. They come to the surface. And as long as you don't attach to them, you're not going to manifest them. You're not going to create them. And so there is still odd bits, that, even though I've been doing work for 10 years on myself, there's still odd bits that just show themselves. And my natural human experience is to attach, and then you can be triggered again. You can start to want to be the warrior again. So learning the conflict within will then help you to then find that peace sanctuary within. And then your energy exchange will be different with the world. And then you won't be attracting the fears, the doubts, the lacks, because you won't be vibrating them to attract them. You will find then people who have a similar energy, who will be able to enjoy that experience of wanting to help you, want to share in your experience, wanting to get to know you, want to be a part of your life. Why? Because you're enjoying it. You're peaceful. You're harmonious. You're creative. You're passionate. You have compassion. You're grateful. You're humble. These are the qualities that comes when you learn to connect within. Because they align you with the universe. They align you with the ultimate energy. And then there's no fears or doubts or worries. There's no need to be. You've taken yourself from a limiting life to unlimitation. You limitless, bottomless connection to everything. And then that's when the wisdom and the knowledge and the how to do some things and the alignment and everything falls into place is part of. And a lot of people struggle with that. Why? Because they can't get themselves into that capacity because they're still embroiled in the illusion and the fears and the stresses and the worries. And that's why mental disorders are happening and everything, because there's just overabundance of negativity that's not flowing through the body anymore. Because we've forgotten our ways to find peace in our life. And so over the next week, I'm going to channel more stuff, and then I'm going to try and put something together and teach the world to connect within. My journey has shown that my 10-minute video on the mind, body and soul came from years and years and years of switching the mind off, stopping the overthinking, cutting the emotional ties, getting into the most healing energy of nature. That 10-minute video just puts me straight there. But now I've got an ultimate connection where I'm actually working through the energy that's part of everything, which means I'm more at peace. I'm not caught up in everyday life. I'm caught up in the understanding It's all for a reason. It'll all work out. There's a bigger picture, and I'm not consumed by negativity. Welcome, spiritual travellers. I'm Steve Bradshaw, aka the Brad Monk, and when I'm channeling, I connect to my soul of the past, who was a monk who travelled around sharing his spiritual journey, and so he helps me to find and connect to what I call the soul's inner voice, which is basically the universe that gives us wisdom, insights, connections, and frees me up to be able to help people on their journey. My mission is to connect and get every single one of you to experience this amazing world, what I call the world of enlightenment.